So before I get into the video, I want to put this disclaimer out there. This exact method I'm going to be using is only really going to be practical for those with access to a second Switch and save of the game, or just with a lot of Herba Mystica they don't care about throwing away. This is because I'm going to be using level 3 EXP sandwiches using Herba Mystica. I've alluded to it before, using 2 switches effectively gives you infinite Herba Mystica, and all the numbers and stats I'm going to be throwing at you guys will be using those sandwiches in mind. But anyone can still use these methods with either of these items. The Lemon Gelato, which is available for purchase at any Barada's location, or the Academy Fries available for 50 BP in the Blueberry Academy cafeteria. These items will both only give level 1 EXP bonuses, but when you're grinding out levels, any small percentage of gains will end up saving you time in the long run. Also, with the release of the Indigo Disk DLC, we have access to higher level wild Pokemon than ever, and relatively easy ways of getting a full playset of Lucky Eggs. With all that out of the way, I would first like to say thank you for all the support on the recent videos. 300 subs is a number I never thought I'd end up hitting, and any support to the channel is massively appreciated. With that in mind, if you find this video at all useful, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. And let's get into the tutorial. Alright, what's going on, guys? This is going to be a pretty in-depth tutorial on the fastest XP method in the game. Every video I was finding while doing research for this was all just the original videos when the game first came out. You know, yada yada, Area Zero Cave with ham sandwich. But I think better systems have come out. If you put in a little bit of work, it'll save you time in the long run. So I'm going to be doing a comparison between the old method and then the one that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to do a dry run using the Area Zero Cave and all that stuff, and then jot down all of the XP gains, and then quit without saving. I'm going to be using these Pokemon. We got a Scrafty, a Garganacl, a Poltergeist, Cyclizar, Trevenant, and a Mousehold. And we're going to be using the exact same Pokemon, same held items, same everything, and see what the difference is in the XP gain. Also, for some context, one of the Pokemon I'm going to be training up, my Garganacl, is from my Violet save, so it's technically a traded Pokemon, and so it'll be getting the plus 50% for being a traded Pokemon. So we'll see how much faster that really accelerates things. Alright, so for the control run, I'm just going to be saving out here in front of Area 0, and I'm going to be making the generic ham sandwich that people have been making since the beginning of the game. I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with this. Just gonna go for a pickle and a ham, and then just mustard and mayo. Alright, so that Hammy Sammy is gonna give us encounter power normal 1, and then we're gonna go to the usual Chansey cave. You'll just be going to research station number 1, and then go in a straight line all the way over here to this waterfall. And you should be getting most of the Chansey spawning here. I'm going to be doing about 29 minutes worth of XP farming, and I'll see you at the end of it. Okay, so after 30 minutes of knocking out Chanseys, this is where the team's at. I haven't calculated the exact amount of XP that they've earned, but it's pretty decent rates, but I'm like 99% sure that the other method I'm going to be showing off will blow this out of the water. I think that normally getting these guys to level 100 would take another like 2-ish hours, and we should be able to get the level 100 using the other method in an hour max. Okay, so the first step for the second method is going to be the same thing as from the first method. We're just going to go ahead into our picnic and make that normal encounter sandwich. And now with this effect going, instead of grinding around and trying to find Chanseys, what we're going to do is do the date reset method. I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys know what that is, but just in case you don't, you're going to be going home, go to your settings, and then go all the way down to system, and then date and time, and then you can just go all the way over to OK, and then close out. And when you get back into the game, the outbreak should reset. And so what you're going to be looking for is a Chansey or Blissey outbreak. They're pretty common, but the sandwich helps. So now that you have your Chansey outbreak, this is where things are going to get a little different. If you have access to infinite Herba Mystica like I do, or just have access to a lot of it, then we're going to be making a experience power level 3 sandwich for normal types. So what I do is I got a Poke Portal on both of my switches, and then a host on my main one, and then just join on my Switch Lite. So while I'm eating the sandwich on my main Switch, on my Switch Lite, I'm just going to go ahead and close without saving. Just close out the game, and I will not use up any of that Herba Mystica, giving me effectively infinite. And that right there is what we're looking for. Experience point normal level 3. Okay, and from here it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to be knocking out Chansey and getting a lot of XP. It looks like we got time for one more. And there we go. Sandwich is just now running out. Yeah, within one sandwich, we got our Scrafty all the way to level 100 from level 70. And these guys are way higher than the first time. I haven't done the exact math yet. I will, and I'm going to throw it up on screen now. And here are the numbers indeed. Now, math isn't exactly my strong suit. I was always an English and history guy, but I think that these numbers are done correctly. This was the XP gain after about 30 minutes, give or take, of the old method. It looks okay, but it isn't until comparing the levels and overall XP using the outbreak of higher level Chanseys and the level 3 sandwich that you really see how big the difference is. Using my method led to an average of an extra 10 levels per Pokemon and an increase in XP gain anywhere from 76 all the way to 87%. Now, I thought the discrepancies were due to the difference in the XP growth rates of the different species of Pokemon, but Cyclozar and Garganacl are both in the medium slow group and have a difference of 6% XP gain. Cyclozar was holding the Lucky Egg, and Garganacl was a traded Pokemon, and so I'm sure that there's something going on there that causes a statistical difference, but Cyclozar and Maushold both have the lowest percentage difference between the methods, but they also benefited more in gaining more levels. I also don't know how crazy different the numbers would look using only Lucky Eggs in level 1 XP sandwich, or if you use 6 Lucky Eggs all on traded Pokemon while knocking out higher level Chanseys or Blissies and a higher level Biome with the level 3 sandwich. That's either for another video on another day, or for an entirely different person. All these stupid numbers are hurting my head, so I'll just leave it up to the people who actually like math in the comments to roast my 5th grade level arithmetic analysis. With all that done, so is the video. Again, if you found this useful at all, then please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. My next video should either be a cool shiny hunting video, or my experience beating the DLC with only new shiny Pokemon. I think I did all the tutorials that actually need done, so keep an eye out for future posts, and see you next time.